Peace, peace. Thinking Man's Templar. What's good, man? I'm on my midnight marauder runs, you already know. Just wanted to say, once again, it's the Thinking Man's Templar, where we say, one life in the red pill far outweighs a billion blue pill lies. It's a place where the intellectual men, the thinkers, can come in from the war and the turmoil and put down their weapons, remove their armor, and have a seat with like-minded intellectual men. Shout out to all you men in the comment sections. One love. All the men who share, support. One love to you. I had some turmoil today with my YouTube videos getting taken down, but we'll always get back with that. They cut one down, another one sprouts up in its place. No big deal. You could always check the Vimeo channel. I'll leave the link. But today, I dropped a video on black devils and what they are and how we can identify them and how dangerous they are to us, because they look like us, they pretend to be like us, but they're not us. They're not the righteous. They're not us at all. And in some cases, you can see them, their deformities. They become deformed physically because of their wicked nature, if you ever noticed. Stare at some black devils long enough and you will see their deformities. Just like you see the black woman with her fake hair, and she actually believes she looks good with that hair on. It's a deformity. You just see these big, large, overweight, highly unattractive women with acne all over their face and their bellies hanging over their stomachs. And I was riding last night and I stopped at a truck stop. These big, two giant, fat behemoths, disgusting looking, and both of them were talking about their kids in plural. I said, who the fuck is putting kids in these fat monsters? But that's not the subject I want to talk about. Another thing that went down, one of my buddies, so-called buddies, texts me saying he doesn't want to be my friend. And I don't like the person you become. Have a nice life, stay blessed. Sounding like a fucking disgruntled ex-bitch. These fucking effeminate candy boys. These motherfuckers is weak in the gut. You know what I mean? What the fuck is you talking about? Like this, relax, man. And the whole shit started like, I've been out here, came out to California, got on my grind immediately. I'm very busy. I don't have a lot of time to be fucking around, trying to build up this money. Me and my boy trying to build up, get these trucks, get our businesses going, own some shit. I don't got time to be fucking with the party guys and the motherfuckers that just want to chase bitches all day. I don't do that corny shit. All you want to do is get high and chase a bitch. That's your only day, That's the height of your life. What party you going to? Sitting on the phone gossiping all day and shit like a fucking woman. You know what I'm saying? And it's always like, you ever meet dudes who grew up with their fathers, but they act like bitches. It's because those are the dudes, that was the kid that was up under their moms. Usually it's the youngest, the baby or the closest to the baby child, usually always up under the mother. And end up being like the mama's boy, being like the sucker, you know what I mean? The effeminate, emotional one. But anyway, I got home, and usually when I'm on the run, I try to get back, do some things with myself, ride my bike. Had a great ride this weekend, took it up PCH, saw some beautiful sights, met some cool brothers, and we had a great time and fellowshipped and had a beer, and I made two cool homeboys, that are rebels just like me, want to ride their motorcycles, be free, live their lives, and we fellowshipped with our bikes, it was great. And the night before, I went out with one of my homegirls, but I don't really hang with like that. And throughout the night we're chilling, and She says, hey, can I tweet this? You know, that we're hanging out, you know, can I tweet this to my friend? Whatever the fuck, you know, and I'm like, you know, I'd rather you not tweet a picture of me. I'm just trying to relax, you know. She makes a little face, and then she immediately gets in a conversation with my homeboy. She has to let him know that I'm hanging out, because I usually don't go out. I usually refrain from that, but usually they don't think I go out. You know what I mean? I usually go out by myself. I go out all the time. I usually go to bars and hang out all the time. I'm by myself. I just don't go out with them. So they think I'm just this recluse that doesn't go anywhere, when that's quite the contrary in every way. You know, so, and I'm not really into that, you know, all that social media outside of YouTube. I don't really fuck with it. I used to, but over time I just saw how foolish it was. And most people don't realize how your digital footprint, these things that you leave on the internet, are all going to be like one day held up in your face. Or, you know, these people rather spend more time talking to people who aren't there than having conversations with people who are. I don't give a fuck about people who aren't near me. You understand? Like, why should I give a fuck? Why should I care about people who aren't near me, who aren't in my immediate cipher? Why do I gotta go through my phone and, you know, fuck all that. You know, but anyway, he texts me while we at the bar saying, ain't no secrets in this family, or whatever he says, and I don't really get into that cliquey shit too much. You know, as you get older, you remember when you was younger, you had cliques of friends because you had to protect each other. You know? You had to look out for each other and shit like that. We get into fights, we gotta look out for each other and fight and all that. But as a grown man, you don't need all these cliques. You don't need all these motherfuckers around you. You need to be good with your own cipher by yourself, because you're the one that has to deal with whatever you bring in your life. You're the one. You don't need all these cliques when you get older. That shit is childish. The family. You're not my fucking family. You know what I mean? And I just ignored them, and the next day I get these texts like, you don't have to text me back. It's all good. I don't, you know, I'm good on you, how you, whatever. And I just said, but man, feel how you feel. At the end of the day, it wasn't even nothing I want to say. And I say that to say this. I already said the one about when you go red pill, you're going to lose friends. You're going to lose these blue pill weaklings, these men who don't understand you anymore. They don't understand why you don't want to go to the party, or you don't want to chase the girls, or you don't want to be, you're not materialistic. You don't care about going on, spending all your money on clothes and sneakers and dumb shit. You're focused on enlightenment in your mind and your finances and getting yourself ready for what's coming. These men will never understand that shit, man. They never will. You're not meant to keep all your friends. You never were. I have a couple homeboys from childhood, but most of us don't speak like that. I'm not really you know, I'm a loner. I like being alone. I don't like to be all clicked up all the fucking time. So, you know, I lose another one. You know, another one bites the dust. You know what I mean? I can't really say that I care. You know, I didn't really kick it with him like that. He was a drug user, alcoholic, didn't really have any goals. You know, just a real narcissist type motherfucker. Like, you just tolerate even though he just irritates you, you know. So at that current point, I didn't really think twice about it. Like, I said, yo, feel how you feel, bro. I'm a grown man. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you like you a girlfriend or some chick. I wouldn't even do that with a chick. Why would I do that? I'm not gonna go back and forth with you to convince you to be my buddy like we fucking six. You know what I mean? You wanna go, motherfucker. I don't care. You understand? I'm never around any fucking way. Like, you know what I mean? I like to get my money. On the weekends, I like to ride my fucking bike, go out to eat, take care of my errands, go catch a movie. That's what I like doing. I don't waste my time, and if I do go catch a drink, I go catch a drink. I'm solo. and I leave solo. You know, I don't go there to try to be Mr. Social Butterfly. Just try to be around some people because throughout the week I'm in my truck. You know what I mean? I don't really want to be around that shit, and I don't give a fuck, and I don't care to, you know, for people that want to do that. And it irks the shit out of me that people get upset with you when you don't want to, you know, you don't want to party. You're growing up. It's a part of maturing as a man. And what we got to understand that 90% of black men are trapped in a state of arrested development. They are still trying to be teenagers. You understand? The mature men that you really were around, those were the quiet men, the focused men that didn't have time for the bullshit. You're a grown-ass man. Who got time for that shit? Your main goal is chasing some pussy or party or you know, or clout or tweeting or being, you know, being known and gossiping about who hating on you or who. It's like, yo, I don't give a fuck about none of that, man. I used to want to be a little rapper and shit like that, but now I'm growing up, man. I don't know too many dudes that's accomplished that dream and it's really successful. I don't know any. I meet successful ones, but I don't know anybody that I know. Everybody that's doing it, even though they may have a little name, they still struggling. But I can name on my hand at least 10 dudes in my immediate friend circle and close family that have went into ownership in logistics and truck driving and have made fucking great lives for themselves. And own some shit, got their name on something that somebody can't take away. You understand? I watched that. That's practical. Black men have to learn to be practical. You have to learn to take these fantasies out your mind. They want black men to only want to play basketball and rap and be movie stars and all this shit. Instead of being practical, doing what works. The only time I ever was successful and I had nice things, nice cars, nice cribs, is when I focused on being practical. When I was in the IT world and I focused on that. And ended up working for Apple for a couple of years. You know what I mean? Got my money up real good. You know, shit like that. Every time I ever try to focus on these pipe dreams that they set aside for black people, I always was struggling. Not knowing, and it makes you not appreciate your life. Because you feel like you want to be a fucking star, so nothing's ever good enough. You see the fucking rap on TV throwing around money, and you as the underground or upcoming artist, you want that. So even though you're doing pretty decent, you know what I mean? I was always good at balance in my life. Even though I was doing pretty decent, I still felt like I wanted more. I wanted things, and I didn't feel appreciative of what I was blessed with by the Most High. I had a nice vehicle, a nice place, a good situation financially. I was at peace. I didn't have any real drama or strife. But still, I was like always annoyed about things that I wanted to happen that just weren't happening, that weren't in my hands. But when I do take my life in my hands, I'm always doing good. You know, it really trips me out, man. That, you know, I 30-year-old, 35-year-old, 38, 30, 40-year-old black men still chasing rap dreams. Trying to be entertainers and shit. Like, when are we going to evolve past that point when black men's number one dream when they grow up is to be some type of entertainer? You know what I mean? I know I can be an owner in this game I'm in right now. I know I can do it. I know I can. And when I went after it, I got it. It may have been difficult, but I got it. I achieved it. And that's what I look at, the practicality of going after my goals and getting them. Rap, I've been doing it all my life. I don't want to do that no more. I'm a fucking grown-ass man. I'm 37 years old. What the fuck I look like trying to be a fucking rap star? I'm trying to get myself situated so that I can have a decent next quarter of my life, half of my life, retirement, things like that, security. These are the things you got to think about. I want to start being able to really get my travel on for real. And when you get into this mind frame and you start to really mature, because like I said, black men, arrested development is our game, man. We usually get our shit together late. And when we do, it becomes like this mass exodus from the life we lived and the friends we had, and everyone seems to just not understand you anymore. When you one day wake up, it's just the trials of life. When you start to elevate and seek that new level, everybody's not going to be happy with it. Because the guy I'm talking about, he doesn't have any real goals. He still wants to be a rapper at 35. You know, he does all right, but he doesn't. It's like you don't have any goals. You don't have any, you know, all you want to do is sit around and drink and, you know, that's it. And do drugs and shit. Like, man, that shit is old, man. And everybody, when you get to that point, you never think that people are going to do that. And it's like, man, like, how can you really have a problem with me when you don't even fucking see me? You understand? I'm gone all week. And on the weekends, I don't really come around like that. I'm on my own little world. Why the fuck is this even a issue? Why is this even a conversation? You know? It's because, man, I see a lot of other people in my circle. They all getting into their own thing and they moving on. And I see my homeboy, he feel himself being isolated. But a lot of it is his attitude. He got a kind of a toxic way about him that pushes people away. But in his mind, he feels like he's this noble person that does all these great things for all these fucking people. And it's like, but you know, people at the end of the day, a lot of people don't fucking like you, man. This is what it is. You know, you're very immature. And the motherfuckers grow up, they don't want to be around that shit. Motherfuckers that got families and shit like that, they don't want to be around, you know, motherfuckers don't got that mind frame no more. You know, so as men, you got to realize there's going to be a point. You know, and I want to hear your stories as well. When you finally woke up and when you finally put away childish things and decided to be a man. And childish things includes friends. It includes girlfriends and wives and habits. It includes a lot. It's not toys, man. You put away childish things when you think as a child, but as a man, you have to think as a man. And once you get to that point, a lot of shit starts to fall to the wayside. You don't have time for it. You don't have the energy for it. It doesn't seem to be beneficial to you, so you become more practical. You become more, you're more of a mercenary with your time. If it's not benefiting you, you know, at the maximum, you're not going to participate. You're not going to waste your time. You know, these things are very valuable lessons. Like I learned, just like you guys learn from me, I learned from you in the comments. I'm constantly getting life lessons. You know, the red pill is like awakening me to so much shit. It's like so many people, their value is like, has no value now. You know what I mean? You gotta be expected to lose friends as you get older and mature. Maturity means you are a fully functional adult, responsible, you understand, disciplined individual. And once that becomes a part of you and you internalize it, then those people who are not like that become liabilities. You only want to keep people around you who can benefit you and be assets to your development and to making you more wise, to helping you become more spiritually inclined. Not those people that want to keep dragging you back into alcoholism and drug use and whoremongering. After you done started to clean yourself spiritually and you cleansed yourself, you've broken all the soul ties that you have accumulated with different women when you were being a promiscuous whoremonger. And then you finally get over those vices and you start to find your pathway, and you can hear the Most High guiding you away from these wicked things. And he's going to keep reminding you, when you keep going back to these people, you're going to keep getting frustrated. You're going to keep getting, having them disrespect you in subtle ways, or, show their true colors, because God, the Most High, Allah, Yahweh, whatever you want to call it, Yah, the higher being is going to keep showing you that your pathway is leading you away from him. And he's going to punish you. He's going to make you feel or give you signs. And once you become cleansed, you start to feel it. You see it. You know what I mean? Gentlemen, like I've got over my whoremongering days. You know what I mean? If I'm not chasing women, I'm not in that way. I'm chasing stability and finances and actualization of myself. And you have to be cleansed. You have to be spiritually clear-minded. No fogginess, no attachments to nothing and any person that doesn't benefit you on a spiritual level, on a higher plane of existence. Those people will all become meaningless as time goes by. There'll be a couple of secure friendships you have, and that's fine. But people that choose to call you and say, I don't want to hang with you no more, even though you haven't done anything to them, because I haven't answered your text messages, like really? Come on. We're grown. That's not what grown men do. Grown men don't give a fuck about no text message. You know what I mean? People I hit, and if they don't hit me back, I could give two fucks, really. You understand? It ain't nothing to take personal. Motherfuckers busy. People is in a zone. You get a text message, you don't answer it right away, you forget about it, and then people get offended. Fuck them. You shouldn't be so wound up in texting all goddamn day like a 13-year-old fucking white girl from Malibu named Kirsten, you fucking homo. But, you know, and on these journeys, man, y'all right here with me, you know what I mean? Just like when I watch other brothers' videos, and I'm right there with them as they, uncover new lessons in life, and they share it with us, and I share mine with you guys. Once you become a fully defined male in your alpha in your mind, all that beta shit it just gets pushed away from you like a magnet, negative and positive. And you don't feel no emotions towards it. This is how life is. This is how life becomes. You start to realize that everybody isn't meant to be your fucking friends. It's just how it is. That's just how it is. Everybody's not meant to be your fucking homeboy forever. Every chick is not meant to be with you forever. We already know that. Even some family members aren't meant to be in your social ties forever. It is what it fucking is. I got cousins that I don't talk to, but when we talk, it's like nothing ever changed. Because we're fucking adults. You understand? If you got a spouse and you got children, those should be the main people you interact with. The people that you're doing everyday business with, those are the people you should be, constantly in communication. Your fucking friends, your little social buddies and shit, see them motherfuckers when you see them. See them motherfuckers when you see them, man. Ain't no hard feelings, motherfucker, but if I ain't in the mood to drink or be whatever, we ain't got nothing to talk about. If I ain't in the mood to party and chase girls, we ain't got nothing to fucking talk about. And that hasn't been my life for quite some time, more than a year, maybe 2 years. Since like 2016, the last time I was sexually active was 2016. And it was with this little young chick that was just a fucking, just toxic little bitch. Little cokehead, mass sexual partners, such a fucking disappointment. And at that point, I realized that I was giving her this energy that she didn't deserve. And then I realized most of these women don't deserve it. It's all right for you to leave it alone, walk away. There's no shame in that shit. It just means you're a fucking intelligent man and you understand the chances of you finding true peace and happiness from the opposite sex in 2008 is just going to be a drain on your spirit. The succubus, man. Avoid that motherfucker. And then I just fell back, man, and I just focused on my mind, my body, my diet, my finances. And after you get over your addiction to women, your addiction to sex, your addiction to being a whoremonger, after a while, you gain control of yourself, and you gain a peace that you never had in your life. It's like a peace of mind that you don't feel like you're always in a competition or a race to get to the next piece of ass. You find yourself not wasting money, wasting your time doing things, putting yourself on Front Street just to impress women that are insatiable and dim-witted. Most women aren't that bright, they aren't funny, they aren't that entertaining, their sex is mediocre, half of them just lay there like a fish, you know. Then you might go through your little fat period, but then you get over that. And then you quell all of that sexual like deviance in you. And then it becomes something that you've mastered. You know what I mean? I had an issue in the beginning where I was watching a lot of pornography. You know what I mean? And it was like sickening to me. And then that becomes an addiction. And then after a while, once you get that out your system, that was another vice that I had to break. Then I broke that vice. And then that sexual deviancy of you always wanting to release your seed all the time, you start to have full control over that. And you wonder why the monks in the mountains and they live for 100 years, because that your seed is your life force. What are you doing just wasting it? You're supposed to keep that because it enables you to be stronger, fit, more testosterone. Your mind is more clear. And I don't sit around and just lust all day. You know what I mean? That's not even part of my mind. I don't even think about that shit. I don't sit around in a lustful, I need to do this. No, I don't. You gotta quell these monsters in you as a man. In this day and age, it may be extreme, but you have to quell. You have to quell these beasts. You know what I mean? This is the longest I've went without sex. And it's not, I don't even care. You know what I mean? Like, back in the days when I had long dry spells, I feel depressed. I feel inadequate. Like, why I'm not getting no sex? Like a fucking simp. And now you realize everybody's fucking everybody. It ain't nothing to fuck a bitch these days. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing. I was the POF master. You know what I mean? Every other day, every day, new chick at the crib. POF fucking master. Tinder, all that shit. Mastered it. Revolving door. And it just was like, after a while, it's just like, it's an emptiness. All these succubus, draining. You putting your dick in all these dangerous twats. You don't even know what the fuck you bringing on yourself. I was having unprotected sex with these whores. I was doing that shit. Being a filthy ass animal. Fucking whoremonger. You know what I mean? Got myself tested, I'm good. But, you know, I never went back down that road. Who wants to feel like that? Damn, do I got HIV? Do I got herpes? You know, why do you want to think like that? Why do you want these type of thoughts in your fucking mind? Like, really? You know what I mean? These are the things we adopt as men because we're dealing with harlots and whores and we want to be whoremongers, and we have to now worry about STDs and is this woman cheating on me, or is this and that and all this shit that you bring on yourself. You know what I mean? You have to worry about these things. I don't worry about STDs. I don't worry about, is this chick pregnant? Did I knock this chick up? I don't have these thoughts at all. Not one time. There's brothers out there shaking in their boots right now because they don't know if they caught something, or if they knocked up this chick and they don't know what's gonna happen. I have friends who just had pregnancy scares. Didn't know what was gonna happen. Like, this is the stress men put themselves through because of their sexual irresponsibilities. It's your responsibility to clear yourself spiritually of these vices, these demonic attachments. It's your job to give yourself an opportunity to get on the same frequency as the Most High. And you have to start to clear your mind, clear yourself of toxic people, toxic environments, toxic jobs. My job is not toxic to me. It's very peaceful. I love driving. I love the solitude of driving a truck in the middle of the night, not dealing with too many people, having the ability to talk freely to you guys, to listen to music and audio books and think, you know, be in different places. Very peaceful, man. And then the entrepreneurial aspect of the potential of owning is not hard. Young men are owning trucks now, under 30. I meet them all the time. So you get the blueprint and then you act accordingly. Like, okay, this is what I got to do. This is what I'm going to do. And this is how I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? You got to, man. You gotta take care of it. You know, so all of these things, you're losing friends, you're losing out, you know, people aren't, their company isn't appealing, their conversation drains you. You know, to hear someone want to tell me about, oh, I had this chick over, oh man, and you're just like, personally, at 37, I don't want to hear about what nobody's doing with they did. I don't give a fuck what you do. I don't give a fuck. We ain't talking about no money. We ain't talking about building nothing. I don't give a fuck about what you doing with your dick. That's what niggas do when they 16, 15. And they just discovered pussy. You 30-something years old still trying to brag about fucking a chick. I don't give a fuck about who you fucked. If you talking about getting married or something, you found a righteous woman and you wanna marry her on whatever level, or, you know, join with her to start a family in righteousness, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. You know what I mean? If you feel like you found the right woman and you're a brother that's in the red pill, or you're a brother that's, your mind is clear and you found a woman that's on the right accord and she's acquiesced to you and you know, and she's not toxic, I can't tell a man no to that. You know, do what you got, do what makes you happy. You only have one life, bro. If that's your choice, you do it. I don't walk that path particularly. You know what I mean? Am I going to say I'm above it for the rest of my life? No. Honest, man. Honesty. You know, I'm not going to say I'm above it. If I find a woman that meets all of my criteria, which is probably impossible unless I travel somewhere, you know, as long as I'm in the States, I don't believe that, you know, but that's why I want to travel, get out, and experience other parts of the world, man. The United States is getting tired to me. It's boring. There's no new experiences here. You know, I'm tired of the same conversations. I'm tired of the same, you know, socio-economic issues and ideologies and backwards gynocentric matriarchal fuckery. Like, I'm tired of it. Tired of it. Sick and fucking tired of it, man. And I know that you brothers are too. But I know that this stream of consciousness has been going on for about 30 minutes as I've been driving. But, you know, I just want you brothers to get an understanding of what it takes, man. I'm not saying I'm not perfect by any stretch, man. I'm not. You know? This is much therapy as it is for me as it is for you. These videos and being able to speak to like-minded brothers. You know, it's a beautiful fucking thing. But I got a long way to go too, you know? Got a long way to go. But I know that I'm at peace. And when things like that, someone calling you and telling you they don't want to rock with you for whatever stupid, trivial reason, you feel the toxicity in that type of shit. I was having a great day, having a great ride on my bike, feeling the fucking nature and riding them, you know, literally up in the cliffs and the mountains, looking over into the Pacific Ocean. Beautiful, man. And you got these motherfuckers who don't do shit with their fucking life. Sit around all day with nothing to do, no goals, drunk and high all day. And they want to fucking sit there and think about shit like that. And I'm like, man, I'm living my fucking best life. What the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Keep that shit over there. deal with you fucking weirdos, man. Get these weirdos out your fucking circle, man. You know, you got these co-workers and shit that toxic. Don't fucking talk to these clowns, man. Cut that conversation short. Man, I gotta go, man. I gotta get back to work, man. You know, somebody wanna come with you with some gossip. Yo, man, I gotta take off, man. I gotta handle something, man. Somebody call you one and start talking about other people. Yo, I gotta get off the jack, man. I gotta make a run. You know, I'll talk to you later. I'll give you a call back, man. I don't feel like talking about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like having that conversation. You know, you got to keep that toxic shit away from you. Toxic people, toxic mentalities. Because once you mature, you're going to see that in everybody. You're going to see that. People that aren't mature and still stuck in that arrested development, you can see the toxicity oozing from their words, from their actions. You just, you know, it's all about saving yourself, man. SYSBM is real. It doesn't mean just save yourself from black women and single mothers and shit. No, it means save yourself spiritually from this toxic, hellish, Babylonian fucking shithole, man. You know, play your part, get your money up, get your mind right, just like Mgtow say. Keep your overhead low. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind right, your money right. Keep your overhead low. And avoid the succubus at all fucking costs. Shout out to Mgtow 11, man. Fellow New Yorker. You know, been around through the drug era, all that fly fucked up shit that we thought was cool, but now it's like the saddest fucking thing in the world. To see all these used to be rich motherfuckers walking around talking about shit they used to do. You know, you don't want to be that guy, man. You don't want to be that motherfucker talking about how you used to be getting it or how you used to be live. Get live now and stay live. You know, put your brain to work now, and then focus. You know what I'm saying? Put your motherfucking brain to work now, bro. Straight up. You understand? These things are part of the deal. But, you know, like I said, man, you know, fuck YouTube and all that censorship, taking out my videos. You know, these are one of my streams of consciousness. And shout out to Kid Aki Jones. He always shouts him out, say he love when I just go in on different topics of discussion. You know, shout out to the Ram. You know, shout out to Roger Spice. Who else? Donnie Bugatti, I think that's how his name goes, always in the comments. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Old Man, Mgtow, man, everybody, man. C Boogie, all the brothers in the manosphere that's kicking that real shit, showing love to each other, man. Anybody I might have forgot, don't ever think I don't see your comments. I appreciate all you brothers, man. You know, it just is what it is, man. You know, I'm approaching 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank all the subscribers who've been jumping on and listening and staying abreast with the newness that I keep coming with. And I try to stay consistent. You know, I got the Vimeo page, and I'll definitely drop links there in my previous videos if you just want to subscribe, just as a backup. You know, if I drop a video that I know is going to be a little hot, I'll go ahead and, you know, put it on the Vimeo just in case. And Black Avenger TV, shout out to those brothers over there. But other than that, man, you brothers enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to get back to work. You know, if I got another thought, I might share it with you guys later tonight. I got to head to Vegas. I'm leaving from San Diego, going back to California. You know, and when I get maybe on the road a little later, I might have some more shit to talk about, man. So, you know, you brothers hold it down. You know, stay blessed. Peace. This is the Thinking Man's Templar. Cover your six, man. 1.